Hi Scorpio, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter February 2018 tarot reading. Now you received the Iwas rune. Actually, quite a few signs received the Iwas rune. I wondered, I know I have 24 runes, but I kept pulling the Iwas for, 6, 7 of the signs? But this is your rune. This is the rune of Scorpio. This is the rune of death. This is the rune of transformation. It is an augur that there's going to be some profound changes in your life coming up. And the overall energy card is the King of Cups. This personifies you. And if you look over to the right, the very last card for your future cards is the Queen of Cups. Now it's been uncanny how often the King and Queen of Cups has come into these Scorpio readings. This is like it's meaning that you've come into yourself. You've matured. You have the mature king energy of emotions behind you. You now can control your emotions. You can actually objectively look at them. Sometimes for a water sign, it's very difficult for you to be objective because you're a more subjective type sign. Whatever wounds you've had in the past, especially for the heart, you're attempting to heal, or you are healing. And the King of Cups card is the card to get if you're healing a wounded heart. He's going to set you straight and make you look at things the way they really are. Take those rose-colored glasses off and accept and love at the same time and forgive. Now the cards on the left for what you know indicate this transformation going on because you received the Eight of Cups and the Tower card. The Tower card is saying there's going to be explosions of change around you and within you too. We've got these eclipses going on, and the January 31st one was about home, relationship, family. And the one in February is going to be about you as a cosmic citizen and your change as a cosmic citizen. And you're wanting for independence and freedom. And this freedom is identified with the Eight of Cups there, that some things have been out of balance, and with it being cups, it's been emotions. But now it's time for you to walk away from a few things that have held you captive. Now it's time to free yourself. The Tower card is saying that circumstances are changing, and so are you, and how you think and look at things. Now the cards next door for what is or can be yours is the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. You got fire and earth all together. You got the page that's bringing in ideas and messages and news. He's bringing in enthusiasm and determination, ambition. You're changing. Things are changing, and you want them to change. And you're given a promise of a new pentacle beginning. You're going to be working on your earthly things now. Pentacles can be about career and your money, but I think you're kind of integrating that all into how it all fits into your life, into your real world life, into real time. With the page there, though, I think you're going to have to keep things on track. Don't get too over-enthusiastic and then get distracted. You have a promise for a new beginning, and now accept it. But there is going to be some turmoil with the changes going on back there with the Tower and the Eight of Cups. So don't allow confusion to muddle your mind, because the cards next door for your awareness or self-awareness are extremely positive. We received the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. Now it can just mean that there's some fortunate things that are going to happen, or it's going to be one real big redemption of a wish that you've been having for a very long time. It can also be a card about excesses and overindulgences too, that you have to be very careful about. This is a Cups card, And 9 is a completion card too, so you're coming towards some type of completion. It's saying that with the Tower card too. But now it's time to build, because the 3 of Pentacles is the Architect card. It's a card about building and creating. The number 3 in itself is indicating that. 2 forces that make a third force. A lot of times this card indicates that there's going to be some people involved in this building. They're going to help and support. This isn't going to be a one-band plan kind of thing. And that's fortunate too with the 9 of Cups there. There's synergism involved when you get other people on the same sheet of music with you. Now the future cards are exquisite. You received the 9 of Cups again. How lucky can that be? The Lovers, the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups to top it off. That's the cherry on top of the sundae. The 9 of Cups is the epitome of happiness, satisfaction, pleasure. You're busted out with change because you haven't had a lot of happiness in the last couple years. But now you have Jupiter in your sign as of October 10th of last year. Things are starting to mesh. There's a synchronicity thing going on here. And now you have the Lovers card. You've been looking forward to that. Some things have held you back in your relationships in some ways and then not in others. There's been a frustration involved in it. But now you're going to free yourself. You're going to free your emotions. That's back there with the 8 of Cups where you are freeing yourself, finding more of an identity with your emotions, and building your emotions. The Lovers card is about making choices. And it's not necessarily always about a lover. It's other types of choices too, for your career, for your happiness. You might be falling in love with an idea. Because back there with the Page of Wands, he is about generating ideas, expansion. And so is the Tower card. Something that's exploding in your mind. And here you have the Ace of Wands right next to the Lovers card. This is giving you a green light. The cosmos is saying it's time for you to go into some new ventures. This is about creativity and desires and even sexual desires. But you have to exercise all this with wisdom, and I think that's why you have the High Priestess there and the Queen of Cups, which is the minor arcana version of the High Priestess. These 2 cards signify intuition, dreams, secrets that are going to be revealed to you. But they're both very mature feminine energy. It's time for you to integrate the earthly with the Ace of Pentacles that you have there, with the Cups idea of intuition and gut feelings, and knowing where you're going and having that just right feeling that you're going in the right direction. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.